Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back up in the skies. Hope everybody are doing great today. I am super excited. Well, I've been super excited for the past few episodes of this series because we have done so many fun things. But today I'm super excited because I want to clean up this mess. The plan for today is to get all of this junk cleaned up, and I want to put our storage room up right here. Now I've started a little bit of preparations. I've crafted up these small storage crates, and this was actually suggested by Shaco over Twitter. And these are, yeah, they're not super small. I think it's like 2 double chests of space. And I want to remind you people, and if I have any new viewers, that I want to try and make this series without using digital storage. So one thing in modded is that there's so many items that a lot of mods solves it by digital storage, like for example applied energistics. And with these storage systems, I mean, it's pretty simple to set up, and then you just have like a creative menu with all your items. I'd like to make it a little bit more vanilla-esque and manual. So we're gonna have like chests and drawers and stuff, and it's gonna be super cool. But I do also want to automate a lot of it. Like I want to automatically sort items and stuff, so it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge. But I've selected these to be our sort of our chest array index, where we go and get our items, because they are first of all, they have a large inventory each. They can be opened even though a block is on top of them. So if I would have a plank here, I can still open this one, which is great. And they can be upgraded to even bigger crates. We can get a medium and a large one. These ones can be upgraded later, so we can apply these chests to, or sorry, small to medium storage upgrade. The only problem with these are that they require a bit of actual additions infrastructure, which I don't have. So I'm going to go with the small ones. Another good thing with them is that we can move them using a storage crate keeper. So if we at any point need to change up the position of one, we can do that later without them losing its content. So there's a lot of benefits for using them. Now, in addition to that, we also are going to use the drawers. Oh my goodness, I lost my voice. We're also going to use these guys that we used in Hermit Cave, but in Hermit Cave we used them and the digital storage, so we didn't really walk up to the drawer and use them. Here I want to use them fully, and maybe we'll design custom ones, because I don't know if I'm gonna love these oak ones. Yeah, we may want to do custom ones actually. But the very first thing we need to do with the drawers, we're gonna need a block called a drawer controller. This thing here, this will automatically sort things into the drawers, which is essential for a system. And this required a diamond and 2 comparators. So I did a little bit of a mining session or sifting session here before I started my recording, and I got myself 3 diamonds. They seem to be pretty rare. I seem to get 1 diamond every stack of gravel, which is not bad. Actually, let's see if that holds up if we do another stack here quickly. I mean, I should say it goes pretty quick with this grid to sift through a stack of gravel. It ain't bad. But yeah, we got 0 ones there. So you can see they're fairly rare. But yeah, you get them anyway. And I think what I'll do here is probably craft this iron up as well. We're going to need a bunch of iron for this project as well, because I do want to try and design it today as well. So let's get this smelted up. But we need to head to the nether, because I have 0 quartz. Or maybe I have quartz somewhere, but I don't see it. But I have 0 quartz, and I need to build 2 comparators. So the scary nether it is, and try and just quickly mine out some nether or some quartz. Actually, just as I went through here, I just realized one thing. We may actually have, we could possibly make these using, no, you need the pure quartz. Okay, we don't have that. I thought you could make it using the blue things. But okay, so we just need to find like 1 quartz vein, and I don't want to be around here. I mean, the nether in this pack has been very hard for me. It's been scary as heck. What is that? Is that a bad guy over there? Is that quartz? I don't know if that's quartz. I think that's salt or something. Maybe. I cannot remember. Oh yeah, it is quartz. I can't remember the old quartz texture. Yeah, look at this guy. Spin out. Did I get 1 quartz piece from all that? No, 34. Okay. So I got my quartz. I'm going to try and kill this guy. I don't know what these guys do. Are they just like little plants that spin? Huh. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm out of here. I got my quartz. It's going to be so freaking nice to have a proper storage system again. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And I'm also excited about designing it. Drawer controller. here we go. We need to make these two, and then I needed, oh, did I put that away? I mean, I did prepare. Yeah, I did put it away. Let's just make another bench here. And in modded, if you have Tinker's Construct, you want to use these crafting stations because they keep inventory if I miss out. And I'm actually low on one smoosh stone, but there we go. Yeah, they keep their inventory, so they're very handy. Now, the drawer controller, it's a little bit tough to explain this, but I want to give it a try because I know that there are some viewers that are new to modded. Oh, and we got a quest for that. Yeah, I know that there are some viewers that are new to modded, but basically the way this works is that anything you input to this block, either via hopper or a conduit or a cable, will find its way into an empty drawer space. So in this scenario, if I would right click flint in here, nothing happens because it doesn't have a place for it. I actually thought that it would go in, but I guess it doesn't. However, if I have one flint in the system already and now right click with 15, they go in there. So now I have 16 flints in that spot there, which is really cool. I actually thought that you could just right click when there's nothing in there, but I guess that's not the case. And this is of course super useful if I have a full grid with stuff in it. So I got some planks, I got some bones, and I got all of this junk in my inventory right now. I just go up here and I double right click and boom, everything that could be fit into the drawers got fit into the drawers. And we're gonna use this to store our deep storage, such as the mob grinder, all the stuff that comes from the mob grinder. And drawers are also really useful because they can be built in many different ways, and they can also be upgraded so that they can hold a bunch of stacks upon stacks upon stacks of items. Now, before we get on with this, I think one thing that I may want to do is design these customly. I think I said that, but I do want to design these customly just because we can, so that we don't get stuck with the oak texture. I mean, that being said, this texture we are stuck with, we're going to need to use these for our normal items that we store, but they don't look bad. I think they can fit the style of like this factory sort of style, but the drawers, they look a little bit too much Minecraft vanilla alpha 1.0. So what we need to make in order to do this is a drawing table or framing table, I think it's called. Yeah, this thing here, which requires some trims. Okay, so let's craft up some trims. All of this should just be a lot of wood. So the trims is just, yeah, sticks in the corners. And then that's our framing table. We'll put it right here for now. And I also want to kind of, I don't have a torch. I feel like this area is dark, but it's actually not spawnable. So this thing then allows us to create custom drawers, but we do need the frames, these things here, in order to do so. Now I'm considering to be a little bit space inefficient just for the look, so we could use these drawers. These holds 4 items per block. Then there is the regular drawers that we've been using so far, these ones that holds 1 item per block. And personally I think this looks better, but obviously it takes up a lot more space, like a lot more space. So I'm considering if we want to use, we could use both as well, but that doesn't look great. Now we can create a frame with any of the designs. There's also the half ones, the half slab ones, but I don't tend to use those. Do I want to use, there's also the 1x2s, but those look weird. But let's go ahead and create 64 of these. Nice. And these we can customly design. I don't even know, can we place them down? Yeah, we can place them down, but they just look like that. I don't know if you can, no, you can't store items in them. You need to design them. So what we do is we put them in here, and they then get placed on the table. Looks very cool. And now we can design them, so we can have a block. Let's see if I remember. A block there, that's the frame block. So if I put in an oak plank, for example, the whole thing turns into oak plank. And then if we put a block down here, we change the background of the drawer. So that's really cool. And then up here, I think it's the lining. So we could have the frame being that cool. That actually looks really cool. That looks really cool with that framing. This is the same color as the crates. So that may actually be a thing to consider. I kind of really like that. We could have it there as well. It's not super visible though. I think I've seen a block from Quark that I have never used, at least to my remembrance, maybe, or to my memory. Maybe I have used it at some point, but I need some iron. So let's grab this. It's this stuff here, rusty iron plates or iron plate. Yeah, and you get 24 for 8 iron, so it's actually a pretty good block in that regards. This block I don't think I've ever used. To get it rusty, you need, yeah, water bucket in the middle, and you can do that either way, so that's pretty simple to get. Let's have a look at this block first. Oh, yeah, this block is gorgeous. Woo! I love the look of this block. Oh my goodness, why have I never used this? That looks absolutely great. Oh, I wish vanilla... This feels to me like a vanilla block. Vanilla should have this block. 100%. Should be able to make it as a decorative one. Okay, so can we use this here somehow? If I have that surrounding the crate, it doesn't really matter because we're not going to see the sides of it. But if we remove that thing and then we add another frame, maybe these as a frame. That looks pretty nice. That looks pretty nice. I kind of like that. We can always redo these as well. So yeah, let's just do this. I made 64 of the wood casings. There we go. We got 64 of the drawers. And now I guess I'm at the part where I have to figure out how I want to lay this down. I'm also going to want to have something called void upgrades. That's another thing I want to craft up. These guys. And they're actually super expensive with the obsidian. The upgrade templates are kind of cheap. Let's actually, you know what? I have an idea. I made a lot of the drawers by mistake. So let's take them out. And yes, I've stored them in a weird place right now. Don't freaking judge me. Don't freaking judge me, please. Everything is stored in a weird place. Yeah, so let's create a bunch of these upgrade templates because we're going to need them. But we basically need one void upgrade per drawer. And these, but what they do is that when the drawer is full, the drawer can still accept items, but anything that goes above the fullness of the drawer will be voided and deleted. And that's actually very good because then we can never have a full inventory. And then if we upgrade the drawer, we can have, yeah, 10 stacks or 50 stacks in one drawer space in one of these spaces, and then the rest get voided. And you know, usually you don't need more items than that ever. But the issue is that we need obsidian for this. So I'm considering making an obsidian maker before we get too far with this. And there are a bunch of things to, there are a bunch of 1 blocks to automate this. Do I want to do automatic? Yeah, I think what I want to do is a little bit of a neater way. Instead of using a machine to do it, we can do it the sort of the vanilla-esque way. that's going to be the name of this series. Do things vanilla-esque. If we create, say, 3 barrels, and I don't know if this is going to work, but I have an idea. Let's create 3 barrels, and then we're going to need some item ducts and fluid ducts for this to work. So was it like this? Yes, okay. I don't think I need more than that, and I need these. And then I would need a bucket of water as well. I keep putting my bucket somewhere. It's very frustrating. But after today, everything shall be good in terms of organization. So over here where we have this lava storage, I think we can do something pretty neat. If I... Let's just... Yeah, we're putting up a temporary thing here. But I need to grab this lava signal here. Like so, and then the fluid ducts doesn't actually connect, by the way, if there is fluid inside a duct, so you need to do that manually, and I'll show you that in a second. But if we do this, and then I guess because we have cables, we could actually do it from underneath. If I put a barrel here, will this barrel get filled with lava? I wonder. And if it doesn't, then we have an issue because I just put all the fluid ducts down there without anything underneath them. Now, to connect a fluid duct up together, or fluid conduit, you need to right click it like so. And yes, okay, lava is placed in there. So would that mean that I could simply have water on top and that would turn it into obsidian? And then we would create obsidian without using a power source. Let's try and wrap this in some slabs like so, and then put our water on top here. And yeah, that's created it into obsidian. Okay, so if I then do something like this, we'll have a chest here, and we'll run item conduits on the side, which again, hopefully we can output on the side here, and just extract, and extract. Will that work? We need to put this to insert. Yes, that works. Look at that. That's creating obsidian super quickly. That's probably gonna ruin our lava supply. Yeah, the cable is limiting us right now. That may actually be quicker than we can produce lava. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna let that run whilst we set this up, because I'm gonna need it for the void upgrades. Oh, that's a clever system. So now what I gotta do is I gotta figure out exactly how I want this storage room to be, because I'm gonna be spending a lot of time in here. And we already figured out the logic of the loot bags. We want to have this thing accessible, and then all of this stuff is going to go into the drawers. I don't know how I want to sort redstone and iron and all of that stuff yet, because we do get those things from the mob farm as well, and we will probably have a lot of it. So maybe it's going to be wise to put that in drawers. I just had a thought now that it may actually be better to color code the drawers. So let me give you an example. Right now we have all of the drawers looking the same, but we could quite easily like color code them and have different segments so I can easily find different things. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I want to do this. And then I think definitely I want to design using these blocks though, because they look absolutely awesome. You can make slabs and stairs with these as well. I mean, Quark is an absolute fantastic mod. It's very vanilla-esque, which I like. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put up the drawer array and figure all of that out. We also need to have some automation in terms of the crates, because I do not want to have to manually store things. We basically want to have an auto sorter, just like in vanilla, but we can do it a modded way without digital storage. So that's gonna be exciting. So I worked out all of the array storage, and this actually took me quite a while. It took me quite a while because, yeah, I just wasn't sure on how to put up this storage room, but I'm very, very happy with how this looks at the moment. We got access to the loot bag storage if we need, or if we want to open some of these manually. We got access to the anti-barrel, and to be honest with you guys, most of this stuff is probably going to end up getting voided. These witch hats though, they are very, very relevant, because with these you can actually, and I don't think a lot of people know this, but you can actually make a bunch of things like sticks. You can make whatever that is. No, okay. Like that, redstone. You can make glowstone, gunpowder, glowstone, and is there anything like that? No, but you can make a bunch of different things with these witch hats, and they could be very useful. I don't know if we'll ever need them, but yeah, we're storing them there for the moment. Now, what took a lot of time here was trying to figure out a way to automatically sort the items that we have into these crates, because I want to do the vanilla thing of me having an input chest, dumping everything into it, and then being able to sort them automatically into these crates. And we're playing modded here, so there are a lot of options for this. Unfortunately, a lot of it seems to be gated behind things that we don't have yet. And I think the one thing I do want to go with, but do go ahead and correct me in the comments if you know a better way. But we could use something called an existing item filter from Ender.io. What this will do, you install this on a cable, and it will look into the chest and see what's in it, and then only put those type of items in it. So it's basically like a vanilla dropper sorter system, where items that are in the chest are allowed in the chest. And I think that's the best way to do it. That being said though, I mean, there is logistic pipes. No, maybe not. I don't know. It's been a long time since I built up a normal storage system that isn't digital. But like, there are item routers and stuff, so there may very well be other things that I could use. Yeah, inventory rerouter, wireless router. And there's also the integrated dynamics. Wait, dynamics? Oh, no, maybe not. I don't know. I think there is some sort of mod that has data value where you can code a storage system in this mod pack. Long story short, regardless, we don't have the materials to do this automatically yet. So I've left it like this for now. And what I want to do instead to finish up today's episode, because we don't have that much time. I know I said in the very first scene, I said this is going to get cleaned up today. Well, it hasn't, but a lot of the other stuff has got cleaned up. There's still one more module I need to install on possibly this wall, and that is more of these drawers for compressing stuff like cobblestone and wood. And I mean, I did put wood here, but yeah, I possibly want to have that in storage drawers over here. But what I want to do is make sure, instead of finishing that right now, we gotta solve this issue, because now This system is actually linked up via this cable all the way into these, and everything that doesn't have a spot gets put in this chest. So you can see we got like a bat trophy here, which is pretty cool. I love these trophies. And I have this chest here to see if there's anything more I want to store. I probably will want to store iron ingots. But the farm down there is reliant on me going down with coal. And we have our lava battery. We have our lava power. So I'd like to try and make the wireless batteries if I can. Now to make this, we need to jump into a mod called Extra Utilities, and we need to create something called Grid Power, GP. And so, yeah, we're gonna need a bunch of things to get going here. Mostly redstone and ender pearls, which hopefully... How much redstone is in here? Oh, there's over a stack in here. Okay. And ender pearls I know I have as well. Hopefully I have enough infrastructure, or sorry, enough resources to get going here, but I should have. We also need something called a cutting knife, which is it not called a cutting knife? No, it's called a glass knife. Glass cutter. There we go. Almost. A mixture of all the things that I just tried to say. Okay, a glass cutter. This is a really cool tool that you can break glass with, and without silk touch you will get the glass back. But it's also used to split ender pearls. So we get these ender shards, which are needed in order to get these, the resonating redstone crystals. If you're not playing in a sky world, these you can also get from mining redstone ore. I mean, I guess we can get them from mining redstone ore here as well if we go to mining dimension, but you know what I mean. But these are part of all the recipes for what we're gonna need. So the very first thing I want to craft is this manual mill, and this requires polished stone, that, and redstone gears. And I guess we'll put this crafting bench in the very middle. It does feel very good to start to have a to have a little bit of a system or a little bit of a workshop. I think that's gonna help me a lot in this series, so that's good because it's much easier to find stuff, obviously. But let's create one of these bad boys, and the polished stone I'm gonna need some smoosh stone for, and then we're gonna make bricks, and then we take the bricks again, and that turns into polished stone. Nice. So now we can make our manual mill. Sweet. Okay, we'll clunk this down, or we'll plonk this down right here for now. So me holding right click on this thing, you can actually walk away and just stand here. This will generate GP into our power grid. However, GP is not like normal power, like that power over there. It's a thing that gets used up if available. So in my network at the moment, I got 0 grid power, you can see on the text. And if I spin this, I still have 0, or I'm generating 15, but nothing is being used, and it doesn't get stored anywhere. It's a little bit weird, but it will all make sense. Now, the next thing I need to make is a resonator. Yeah, resonator, this thing here. Okay, so for that I need a block of coal. So 1 resonator, sweet. And we can place this down wherever, but I'll put it next to it. Now, I want to make something called a watermill here, which is basically generating GP for us automatically. They just require 2 of the redstone gear, but we also need the stone burnt, which is polished stones in a resonator, which is why I need this thing. So let's put this in here. Now, if I stand here, you can see that the grid power is now being used up, and this is creating the polished stone. It's a very, very, very grindy thing to do in the beginning. I think that's one of them. Yeah, but when I have 6 of these, I'll be able to make an automatic mill, so I don't have to stand here and use my freaking arm to grind. All right, that's 6 of them, and now we should be able to, I guess we need more redstone torches though. Redstone goes very quick when you play around with this mod, trust me. All right, so now we can craft up the watermill. Sweet. And the way this works is that it automatically can produce GP for us. I'm just gonna plonk it down here, and this is usually a thing that I'm very bad at moving. So please do remind me in the comments. Don't let me leave it there for ages, because yeah, that would suck. We're also gonna need some water for this to work, so I guess let's bring this tank over. So the way this works is that it generates GP if it has maximum amount of flowing water on the side of it. So source block here creates a flowing water here, here, and here, and then a source here creates another flowing water here. You don't want sources, and this should now generate 16 GP, which I think it is doing. So that means that this thing is now going without me touching this, so we can actually break this. And I'm going to go ahead immediately and make one more of these. And another one. Sweet. And then we plonk this down here. And I need one more source block there. And now we should be generating, yeah, now we have 32 GP generating in our grid. Perfect. So to actually transport the power, we need these wireless RF transmitters, which actually we can create pretty easily. It's just one more of these, and I'm probably going to want more of these. So let's just make the lot of them. And then, yeah, let's make 8 immediately, and I'm going to put in some more in there. These are the little transmitters that we need, but in order for them to transmit anything, we're gonna need a battery. If you did watch my stone block series, you will have seen me use this in the beginning. It's really, really good. Really good. Let's craft this thing up, the wireless RF battery. And this is kind of like our capacitor for the wireless storage. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna be a little bit smart here. And we're gonna put this thing on top of our capacitor. And then we're gonna output to the top. So now we're sending power from here into this battery. This battery by itself only holds 3200 RF, but it also allows us to transmit through these wireless RF transmitters. So check this out. This is actually really, really cool. And I think it's 4 GP per one of these, and we have 32 in our network now. So if we go down to our mob farm, we can finally get rid of this thing. And I'm not sure entirely how I'm going to power this. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So if I just put one of these down here, boop, that should, nice. That should be now transmitting power into this wirelessly. And the limit of these is at 80? Yeah, 80 RF per tick per transmitter. And this thing, as we remember, or as I remember, drains 40 RF per tick. So that's absolutely genius. That's gonna keep our mob farm running with our basically self-sustaining lava battery that we did. And we should be seeing more items coming in. I mean, we can't really see the items coming in, unfortunately. That's one of the sad things with this. I should also say that I used the same logic that we worked out another time. So I still have this trash can. It's -10 priority. So if anything gets clogged up, that trash can is going to take care of it. Right now, this chest is before the trash can. So I do get the chance to sort of see what I'm missing out on. But I'm very, very happy about that. That's awesome. And I guess we could put our very first chest to use with like tech stuff right here. Yeah, but that's gonna do it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for the love and support of Hermit Sky. I'm having a lot of fun with this pack, playing it a little bit different, and I know that I'm not rushing to complete quests or anything, but I'm trying to keep up with the quests whilst trying my new approach of playing it with a little bit more challenge and not using all the super modded tools. Oh, hello. Look at that. I guess we've got that from the mob farm, obviously. That's awesome. Oh, look at this as well. 20 RAKs for killing the wither. Where's my music, by the way? I didn't get any. Maybe we should murder a wither next time. That could be a fun thing. I mean, I'm gonna murder it in a very, very modded way. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go and slay it. I also want to get into carrots because I have never really played around with this mod, and a lot of people are saying that it's good. So I think I may want to take a look at that. Maybe next time we'll take a break from building progression and stuff and go into quests. That being said, though, there's so much things I need to do. I need to clear this up. I'm gonna start this in between episodes and try and get it a little bit cleaned up. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the episode, hit the like button. If you're brand new, consider subscribing, and I will see you dudes in the next episode.